Yo, what's good, YouTube? All right, so today we're going to be talking about the importance of finding a skill and going all in on that skill and really learning some type of art form. So, for example, the times that I've been happiest in my life have not been when I'm chasing women or chasing money or chasing dopamine. No, the times that I've had the most purpose in my life, I would say it sucks right now because I'm gonna be personal. Like I'm injured right now. I'm dealing with a hip injury. But I love basketball. Like basketball and like obviously weightlifting, fitness is one of my truest art forms that I love and I want to get better at and learn more about and be curious about. But it all, kind of transitioned into basketball because I love creativity and on the court you can be super creative. And like right now I'm injured, so it's kind of depressing in a way because I love lifting, like that's my thing, and I can't really do legs right now. However, I do upper body still, core work, all that stuff, and I'm trying to strengthen my hip back up. But we don't know yet. I might have to go to the doctor. Regardless, the times I've been happiest in my life is when I've been focused on improving myself in some type of way, and it's been focused internally, not externally on external things, whether it's like getting things or getting status or getting money or getting girls. Anytime I've been too focused on that or into like negative things like drinking, smoking, sex, like all that stuff, anytime I've been too focused on that, I feel so unhappy all the time. And the reason is it's because it's not for yourself. It's like it's feeding your ego and it's for other people, and it's not the way to live. And a lot of people live that way, and it's not necessarily a great way to live. You might see their life and be like, damn, I wish I had their life. But like, if you go into it, if they're not really focused on an art form and they're just getting money for doing stupid things, or like, for example, I would say rappers, I like rappers a lot, in a way, like good rappers, because they take it seriously like it's an art form. Like, for example, Drake, he's in the studio probably all of the time. He puts his money, puts his time into that. Like, he talks a lot about like not getting into a committed relationship, and it's mainly because he's so in love with his art form. Um, I'm not saying don't get into a relationship. I'm saying get into the right one so you can focus on yourself. Get with a girl who allows you to be you, but stop chasing girls as a whole. Um, like it is important to gain experience to date. I would say at a younger age, just for a little bit, get that experience. The sooner you can just lock that away though, and just then focus on yourself. I'd say maybe from like 23 to 30, you just use like those 7 years to just really lock in either on an art form, on a business, or I would say this, like nowadays, because I do coaching, lock in on whatever you think is your art form. Like for me, it's basketball and weightlifting and fitness as a whole. Fitness and mindset is something I'm really interested in. So I learn and I take things from basketball, from fitness, and put it into my coaching with mine. And then I also listen to a lot of podcasts with different like philosophical people, and learn a lot that I take and put into my mindset training as well. So it's just things like that. You focus and lock in on yourself. Saving money is a big thing. If you're gonna go around and date a lot of girls and do all this stuff, you're gonna waste a lot of money. Like I said, do that though at first. Gain the experience, know that you can do it, have the confidence that you can do it, and then get rid of all of it. Let things at that point come to you. Focus on yourself and let things come to you. And then your life will be a lot easier as a man. As a man, it's very important as a man to protect ourselves because everyone wants to take from us. We're a vessel. We can provide for a family. We can take care of a family. We can take care of a woman. So everyone's gonna want to. If you're high value enough, they're gonna want to come and get from you. You have to protect you and your time. So just remember that at all costs. Again, I think people are the most fulfilled in life when they're financially free enough to focus in on an art form. Even if they're not financially free enough, people who love certain arts, I feel like they just get the most out of life because they're always chasing self-improvement. They're always trying to better themselves, not to show off to other people. They just want to be a better version of themselves in their art form every single day. And when you start living a lifestyle to be better, and you do that routinely, and you find a routine, that's when life's amazing. I say, when I was training to be a professional basketball player, that's when I was like most happy. Like, I'm trying to find a routine now, and I have pretty good routines. It just sometimes it gets chaotic, but I manage it well, so I'm still happy. But whenever I was just able to every day wake up, train for 6 to 8 hours, and have a good routine, and be happy in that routine, and know that every day I'm trying to get better, and I was getting better, and I could see the results, that's when I fell in love, with my life. And then, like I said, being on the court whenever I was playing, like as far as like an art form goes, it just felt amazing. Also, when I related to weightlifting too, I had a process when I would get into the gym to weightlift. I had a warm up, I'd go into lifting, and then I go into stretches afterwards, and I just had a flow. And like I would listen to certain things, like when I was lifting, I'd listen to slow reverb songs, and it just kind of put me in this cool flow state. And it was like I felt like creative and artistic when I was lifting, and it was actually really cool. And I think if you can tap into that, as an individual, I think that's when life becomes like really fun and enjoyable. I think a lot of times nowadays we're so rigid, and we're so focused on money and status and all this other stuff that doesn't even make us happy. We're just doing it to look cool in front of other people. And I play victim to this as well, and I'm just done with it, and I hope everybody else is done with it too. I really want to take the next, because I'm 26, about to be 27, I want to take the next 3 to 4 years till I'm 30 and just really lock in on me. I've done a lot of things. I've had a lot of life experience now at 26, and when it comes to everything, just life in general, it's crazy at 26 the amount of life experience I have. And I just want to take a step back now and go back into focusing on myself. And it's a big change, but I really want to do it. And I'm going to share my progress with you guys, and keep you updated. But again, I think the art of skill acquisition and taking an art form to the highest level that you like can take you far in this life and make you really extremely happy. I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast today, and there was this guy on. He was like at a young age he was really good at chess, and now he does foiling, which is like surfing and stuff like that. I wish I could remember his name. I'll try to put it in the description if I find it. But he was super interesting to listen to, and you could tell how passionate he was just about his art forms. And he's never used social media, and you can just tell how happy he is that he's never used social media, but like all he's focused on is getting better at these certain things every day. And it's awesome. I know obviously there's people out there who have kids, and I have a daughter, so I get it. Your time is very like hard to get, but that's why I said it's important, if you're going to be in a relationship, to find someone who allows you to do the things that make you happy and doesn't take from that, and who also has hobbies of their own that they can go pursue as well. And you guys have a common ground. I think that's super important. But yeah, no, the next 4 years, like I said, of my life, I'm really gonna lock back in on finding something that makes me happy. I'm struggling right now because I still like obviously train and everything, and I'm really locked in on that, and I'm really locked in on my diet. Like that's something, since I've been injured, I've been super locked in on my diet, and I've gotten a lot leaner and stronger. But hopefully I can get in physical therapy, fix my hip. But like I said, basketball, I love that art form. I love weightlifting. It's a huge, like, I get into a flow state, be creative. I like powerlifting as well, just because you can see your numbers go up. And even if you're not powerlifting, still progressively overloading, like getting higher on your weights every time, tracking it, that's the way to go too. So, but yeah, no, I'm trying to find myself again. I know who I am, and I know who I was, and I really want to get back to who I really am. and stop seeking external validation and just focus on getting creative and finding an art form that I like and just pursuing that. At the same time, I do my one-on-one mindset and fitness coaching, and I really teach a lot of Stoic principles, things like I just talked about today, other videos on my channel, same thing I incorporate into my one-on-one coaching. And basically once a week, we'll hop on a call and talk about stuff. We'll talk about things, I'll teach you things mindset-wise, and then also fitness, nutrition, all of that will be included. I have an app where it's on there, and it's very, very one-on-one, very, very good. I give people results. If you're interested, the links will be in the description below. If you watch this video, if you watch any of my other videos, I appreciate it. I'm gonna continue to drop videos every day. Like, I'm gonna do this every day. It's not gonna stop. So if you're here early, be grateful, because we're gonna keep doing this. This is another art form I'm really gonna lock in on. YouTube is something I've always wanted to grow the most. So if you're here, stay loyal. We're gonna keep making more videos. Drop a comment if you liked it, and drop a comment if you of anything else you'd want me to talk about. I'm gonna continue to talk about everything I learn on a daily basis, but also just more things that I feel like I should share that I've already learned in my life. And I'm gonna go more personal, talk about some life experiences that I've went through and things like that. So with that being said, peace, we out.